Hi everybody, welcome. Today's class is a level 1-2 strength workout for yoga. The exercises are designed, it's a regular workout, not a yoga class, but the exercises are designed to help you get stronger in your yoga practice. But don't worry if you're new to yoga or never planned to do yoga, the workout is still good. It still helps you get stronger and build a more capable body, both on the mat and out in regular life. So we are going to work through 7 exercises back to back. Then we're going to take a short rest and then do another round of the circuit together. At the end of that, we'll put up a list of exercises on the screen. So if you're still feeling energetic and ambitious, you can complete 1 or 2 more rounds after we're done. If you're newer to strength training or would simply like just a little bit of extra support, feel free to use a chair nearby. And I'm going to demonstrate each exercise first, and then we'll do the workout together for 2 rounds. So let's begin. The first exercise, you're going to extend your arms out in front of you, and we're going to make fists and then open and close the hands as tightly and as quickly as possible. So we're building strength in the wrists, the hands, the shoulders, the triceps as we keep our arms lifted. So we'll do this for around 30 seconds, and that is exercise 1. Exercise 2, we're gonna find a squat to a forward fold. So we're gonna start to warm up the legs here. You have 2 options for your squat. You can do a chair squat, which means your legs are zipped together, your thighs are close together, and you sit the hips back as if you're sitting into a chair. Notice that my knees are directly over my toes or slightly behind my toes. So that's different from having your knees forward, which adds added pressure to the knees. So you want to make sure to draw the hips behind you as you sit. Options for the arms here, you can bring the hands to the waist, or you can lift the arms and put them next to the ears. Again, you want to make sure you can see your big toes when you look down and sit in your chair. From here, we'll straighten the legs, and you can walk the hands down the legs to your forward fold, or you can use your chair for assistance in your forward fold. And then we'll flow between that chair pose and the forward fold. Option 2 for your squat is to separate the legs and point the toes out a little bit into what's called a yogi squat. And in this one, we want to keep the shoulders drawing back. We want to keep our spine straight. We're not squatting with our torso folding forward. We're trying to keep the torso lifted. You can place the hands again on the waist if you want. You could also lift the arms in this one. And then as we straighten the legs, same thing, we'll forward fold here. Use the chair if you'd like to. Now, it's also possible that maybe you do the chair squat the first round, malasana or yogi squat the second round. If you do a 3rd and 4th, you can rotate between the 2. The third exercise is a downward dog to tabletop lift. So we're going to begin in our tabletop where our shoulders are directly above the wrists, our hips are directly above the knees. In our tabletop, we want to come onto the balls of the feet. Next, we're going to lift the hips and draw the hips back. So we're not coming into a plank, which is basically just lifting the hips where our shoulders stay over our wrists, but instead, we're bringing our shoulders behind the wrists, pressing the chest towards the legs. Your knees can be bent any amount here. So your downward facing dog might look like this with knees bent, or your legs might be a little bit straighter. The goal here is to lengthen the low back, strengthen the shoulders, lengthen through the hamstrings here. So make sure you think about those things as you're finding your down dog. And then we'll lower the knees back to our tabletop, and we'll press up into our downward dog and lower the knees. So we'll flow between those 2. Couple things to note. You want to spread your hands a little bit wide here and focus on putting equal weight distribution between all of your fingers, your palms, and your wrists. So really focus on that. You don't want to shift all the weight into your wrists as you lift. So gripping the mat, pressing down and gripping with your fingertips will help distribute the weight equally there. Another thing to take note of is you'd like to roll your shoulders open. As you lift the hips, your shoulders rotate open and you press the chest back towards the thighs. That is your downward dog from tabletop lift. The next exercise we're going to do is called locust pose. And since we're down here close to the mat, we're going to stay down for a couple of exercises. You'll come all the way down to the belly. And in this one, we want our arms next to our sides and our thighs and heels reaching for one another. All we do here is we lift everything off of the mat except for the pelvis. Everything that can be lifted lifts up. You can gaze straight ahead or slightly down at the mat. So you don't want to crank your neck too much and lift your gaze too much. And here we're working our back body strength. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're squeezing the glutes. We're squeezing the hamstrings. We're pressing the feet together and lifting the backs of the arms towards the sky. So that is locust pose. While we're down here, next exercise is going to be a boat pose. This is for strengthening our core. Couple of options here. Your knees are bent, feet are on the floor to start. Sitting up tall, you want to feel equal weight distribution between both of your sit bones here. Spine is straight and tall. You can place the hands behind you for support if you'd like. Next, you bring the feet together, knees together, and your feet lift off the mat, shins parallel to the ground. Hands can stay on the ground if you'd like, or you can extend the arms next to the legs. If this feels a little bit ambitious for you today, you can practice sitting here and lift the feet off the ground. And then as you build up strength here in your hip flexors and in the core, you can gradually begin to lift the feet a little bit higher. So make any adjustments that you need to that work for your body, any variations, and then add on or take away as you feel necessary. So that is boat pose. The next exercise, we're going to come back to standing. So make your way up. And we will be doing two different options for exercise number 6. The first one is called chasing arms. You can separate your feet fairly wide, maybe just about hip width distance here, or a little wider than hip width distance. You're going to lift one arm overhead and behind you, and then follow it with the second arm. So we're circling the arms or chasing the arms with one another. And you'll start slow. Once you get comfortable in the movement, you can pick up the pace a little bit and go a little bit faster. This one builds strength and heat in the shoulders. It also works the side body. And then of course we'll switch directions for this one. If you feel like you'd rather not have your arms lifted above the head, which sometimes the shoulders can pinch a little bit, one other option to do, and again, maybe you can rotate between round 1 and round 2. Option number 2 is you're going to extend the arms out to a T shape. You're going to make a C with the hands, and then as if you're opening and closing a door, you're twisting the arm within the shoulder socket. So you're not just twisting the wrists here, you're twisting the whole arm as one inside the shoulder socket. And you'll notice really quickly where this begins to make you stronger. And again, maybe do one round of these and one round of the chasing arms, and they're both really good exercises for the shoulder. Our last exercise, number 7, is a lunge, okay? Chair for support again if you'd like it. You can set it here next to the mat, and we step back with one foot. You're gonna make sure your knee and toes are tracking in the same line with one another. So we don't want our knee caving into the middle of the mat or out straight over the foot, and your bend is in the front and the back leg. And from here, we're gonna straighten and bend that back leg. Straightening and bending, making sure your rib cage and your hips also stay pointed forward. Chair for support if you'd like it. So we might do one round of bending and straightening, and then we might do a second round of holding in a static hold here in our lunge. So those are our exercises that we'll be doing today. Let's get into the workout. All right, back to exercise 1. Extend the arms, and we'll make those fists, and we're opening and closing the hands. Let's begin now. Squeezing tightly and opening as widely as you can and as fast as you can here. If you feel like you need to take a break, you can lower the arms and pick it back up. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. I'll drop the arms, maybe shake them out a little bit. And we'll move straight into our second exercise, which is a squat to our forward fold. Reminder, use the chair if you'd like it for your forward fold. 2 options for squats, legs close together or separated out, or 1 round of each. We're gonna do 15 squats today. So let's begin with your choice. Sit the hips deep. If you're in your chair pose, remember the options with the arms. We're gonna hold the squat for 3, 2, and forward fold. Bend the back into the knees. Find your squat. And forward fold. Come back into the squat. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Find your forward fold. Keeping up at this same pace, I'm going to stop counting now. This is number 5. Okay, we've finished 10 of our 15. If you need to take a break, straighten the legs, shake it out. And then join back in when you're ready. We have 1 more left. Beautiful job. Roll all the way to standing. Shake out the legs a little bit. We move straight into our next exercise, which is our downward dog to tabletop. So go ahead and bring yourself down to the mat. Don't forget equal weight distribution between the wrists, the fingers, the palms. Feet are balls of the feet here on the ground, and we lift the hips, and then we shift the chest towards the thighs. We're gonna do 10 of these. Lower back down to your tabletop. Press it up to downward facing dog. And lower it down. Lift it up. Lift it up, roll the shoulders open. Use the strength of your core to help you lift up into downward dog. So not only are we working our hands and our wrists and our shoulders, but we're drawing ourselves back with the core as well. This is number 8. Lift the hips, press it back for number 9. We're gonna hold our 10th one in our downward facing dog for just a few breaths here. Really grip the mat with your fingertips. Turn your sit bones up towards the sky and reach for the thighs with the chest. We'll be here for another 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way back down to your tabletop. And then come to the belly. We have our locust pose next. Thighs come together, heels come together, the arms come next to the sides, and we lift. Everything comes off the ground. We're here for 15 seconds. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Lower everything down. Come back to seated. We have our boat pose, our core and hip flexor strength exercise. Swing the legs around in front of you. Bend into the knees, feet planted on the mat. Hands for support, fingertips facing the hips if you'd like it. And then you can begin by lifting the feet. And if you feel like lifting the shins so that they're parallel to the mat, we're gonna hold here for 15 seconds. Extend the arms if you'd like. For 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Make your way back up to standing. Chasing arms is next. Remember, the other option is to open and close the doors. I'm going to do chasing arms for this first one, and then the open and closing the doors for our second round together. So let's begin. Reaching one arm behind you. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. So starting now, we'll switch directions halfway through. Go as fast as you can once you feel stable. And we're about ready to switch directions right now. Again, going as fast as you can. We have another 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Shake out the arms. We've got one more exercise, then we'll do another round of all of that together. This last exercise is our reverse lunge. Chair for support. And step back. I'm gonna start with my right foot behind me. And I find a deep bend in both knees. Knees are tracking right in line with the toes. The hips are square and pointing to the top of the mat here. I'm gonna bend and straighten for 15, 9 more. Hands can be at the waist. You can also lift the arms up overhead if you're feeling really stable here. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the feet together. We have one more side. Stepping back with the left leg here. Get yourself set up. You stay on the ball of the back foot. The heel is lifted on that back foot. Deep bend in both legs here. Chair for support. Let's bend and straighten for 15, 14, 13, 3, 2, and 1. Now step the feet together. We've got a minute break. So drink some water, take a break, shake your legs out, maybe do some stretches. And then at the end of our minute, we'll do a second round of all of those. We've got about 7 seconds left. All right, let's start our second round. Extend the arms in front of you, make your fists. We've got opening and closing the hands starting now for 30 seconds. Squeezing tightly. I can feel my triceps beginning to burn here. And 1. Lower the arms. Let's move straight into our squat to chair fold. Feet come wide. This time I'm doing the yogi squat, malasana squat. Keep the torso lifted, bend into the knees and hold. 3, 2, 1, and then find your forward fold for 3, 2, 1. Bend into the knees, lift the torso for 3, 2, 1. Use your chair for support and your fold if you'd like. Variety of options for the hands here. You can have them in prayer, you can put the hands at the waist, or you can lift the arms overhead. We're about halfway done. 2 left. 14, this is our 14th one here. Forward fold. Last one here, squatting. And forward folding. Beautiful. Roll all the way up to standing. We have our downward facing dog to tabletop flow. Come down all the way to the mat, hands and knees first. We're lifting up into downward facing dog 10 times. So you want to be on the balls of the feet. Weight equal between your fingertips and your palms. Let's lift the hips and then press the chest back towards the thighs for 1. And then lower the knees. Press it up for 2. Lower the knees. See if your legs will come just a little bit straighter than they did the last round. There might be a little more space to work with since we're a little more warmed up here. This is number 5. Chest towards the thighs, sit bones reaching up. Lowering down, really grip the mat with the fingertips and roll the shoulder open. We're on number 7. 8. 9. 10. We're holding at the top here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Come all the way down to the knees and then all the way down to the belly for our locust pose. Arms extend by the sides. Squeeze the legs together and let's lift. Everything lifts for 15, 14, 13, 12. Press a little bit higher for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest everything down. Press back through tabletop. Sweep the legs around in front of you, come to seated. We have our boat pose. Bend the knees, feet on the mat, sit up tall. Hands come behind the hips, and then lift the feet off the mat. Bring the shins parallel if you'd like, and if you feel supported enough, reach the arms forward. Let's hold for 15. Take a break if you need to. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Lower the feet. Make your way back up to standing. We've got our chasing arms or opening and closing the doors. So once you're up there, this one is chasing arms. That's what we did the first round, or you can also find the open and closed doors. Feet come pretty wide, arms are out to a T. You make that C shape with the hand and we're rotating here. We're gonna begin for 30. Remembering to hug the navel in towards the spine. Keep the core active while you're doing this, and the movement comes only from the shoulder joint. We're not rotating the wrists or the forearms by themselves. It's the whole arm within the joint. We've got another 10 seconds here. I know it's burning. Just think about how much strength you're building right now. And we're done. Lower the hands. We have one more exercise. Roll out the shoulders. We're gonna move into our reverse lunge. This time, we're gonna do a static hold in our lunge if you'd like to. If you prefer the other method where we bend and straighten the back knee, do that. Get yourself set up. Use the chair for support if you want it. Toes point forward and static hold for 15. You can also bend and straighten. We have another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the feet together, swap it out. And let's hold here. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Okay, the timer's going up for another minute break. We've done our 2 rounds together. Great job completing those 2 rounds. If you'd like a little more today, at the end of our minute break, the full exercise list again is going to pop up on the screen. So pause the video if you need to and continue with rounds 3 or 4, going at your own pace. If this is it for you today, well done. Remember, every time you show up at any sort of exercise program, you're building a more capable body, both in the gym or on the mat and out in real life. If you would like more strength workouts like this and yoga classes like this, hit the subscribe button below. I'd love to see you the next time in class. So thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.